Don't speak and I'm naked.
Oh, no, I refuse to believe that's what he sounds like.
Hold up! How did Dispatch just outscore Death Stranding 2 and Clair Obscur on the PS5 Store? With a 4.94 out of 5 rating, it sold 1 million copies in just 10 days. Most games can't even hit that number before their first patch drops. Dispatch is a superhero workplace comedy where your choices matter. In this game, you're managing ex-supervillains that are walking HR nightmares. Every decision, morally confusing. Today we're breaking down why Dispatch blew up and why gamers keep saying, "Okay, isa pang episode" at 3 a.m. Dispatch is developed by Ad Hoc Studio, formed by former Telltale Games devs. After Telltale's shutdown, these veterans set out to revive that signature narrative style, the kind where every decision can haunt you for the rest of the playthrough. Set in a world overflowing with superheroes, Dispatch puts you in the shoes of Robert, who was once known as Mecha Man. Now retired, he runs hero operations from behind a desk, and is now tasked with dispatching ex-supervillains to fight crimes, which honestly feels less like being a commander and more like moderating a chaotic Discord server. Gameplay-wise, it follows a choice-driven format, but with extra depth. You talk, make moral decisions, and shape the outcome of every episode through your choices. But here's the twist. Dispatch introduces a stat-controlled system affecting hero loyalty, mission success rates, and your personal journey to rebuild your mech suit. It's not just about saying the right thing anymore. Juggling egos, emotions, and ethics can be difficult. One wrong move and that teammate you trusted might walk out, or worse, turn against you. The mix of emotional storytelling and strategy keeps things grounded, messy, and human. You're not saving the world this time, just trying to keep it from falling apart on your watch. TLDR, imagine a narrative game where power isn't the sole focus, but responsibility is. Sabi nga ni Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And Dispatch proves that still hits. So why is Dispatch suddenly everywhere? Why is it sitting at a near perfect rating that even the biggest AAA games rarely pull off? For starters, critics and players agree on one thing. The writing hits hard. According to Game Bible, Dispatch is a true feast in all manner of ways, but it's perhaps its storytelling that lies at the heart of the game. Pair that with top-tier voice acting, the kind that makes you actually pause and think about what you just heard. The cast helps too. We've got Aaron Paul as Mecha Man, Jeffrey Wright as Chase, and Laura Bailey as Invisigal. Other featured cast members include popular streamers like Jacksepticeye and Moist Critical, a crossover nobody expected but everyone loved. Then there's the art direction. It's classy, it's cinematic, and low-key looks like every frame was pulled straight from a comic cover. The new stat control mechanic also deserves credit. Unlike other choice-based games where your decisions just tweak a line of dialogue, here, you're actively managing which heroes to send, taking into account their stats. That means your choices can significantly affect mission outcomes and even the fate of team members. Basically, Dispatch nailed that sweet spot between storytelling and strategy. It makes you care, then punishes you for caring too much. And here's the wild part. Dispatch isn't from a massive publisher or billion-peso marketing team. It's a small studio of ex-Telltale devs, no flashy trailers, and no collabs. And yet, it's outrating games like Clair Obscur and Death Stranding 2. What makes this even more interesting is that for the longest time, episodic games kinda went quiet. But Dispatch just proved the opposite. Turns out, gamers still want stories that actually make them feel something. It's proof that players still crave story-driven experiences. Now, studios are paying attention. We're seeing interest in dialogue-heavy emotional storytelling. Dispatch might be the wake-up call that revives the genre. Because maybe the key to making a popular game isn't new mechanics or next-gen graphics. Maybe it's just telling a really good story. Initially, not everyone is completely sold on Dispatch. According to The Gamer, some fans were nervous about Dispatch's episodic release schedule. The game has 8 episodes, with the first 2 released on October 22, 2025, and the rest dropping in weekly pairs until November 12. Devs are calling it a prestige TV experience, but fans remember past cases where episodic formats struggled. The Wolf Among Us was delayed pre-launch, while The Expanse Season 5 shifted from a full drop to a staggered weekly release. However, with 3 out of the 4 releases delivered on time, it's safe to say that Dispatch has these releases well handled. If Ad Hoc can pull this off, this will prove that the episodic format isn't dead, just waiting for the right story to bring it back to life. In a sea of fast-paced shooters and open-world grinds, Dispatch hits different. It reminds everyone that sometimes the best weapon is still a good story. It's a throwback to the kind of story-driven games we grew up with, the ones that make you feel something, not just aim better. And honestly, that's why this matters, because if players keep supporting games like this, maybe we'll see more studios bring back narrative titles that make us question our life choices, and cry a little on the side. Anyway, what about you? Have you played Dispatch yet? Or are you waiting for all the episodes to drop? Tell us your favorite narrative game in the comments. As always, thank you for watching and follow Gaming Pinas for more game updates.